Hi students, now problem number 4 in the textbook exercise. A block of silver of mass x kg hanging from a string is immersed in a liquid of relative density 0.72. If the relative density of silver is 10 and tension is 37.12 Newton, then compute the mass of the silver block. So this is the picture. You can see this is the string to the bottom of which a silver block is suspended, is immersed inside a liquid. Now here what are all the various forces acting on the system? The weight of the silver block W is acting in the vertically downward direction. Since the silver block is immersed in the liquid, equal volume of the liquid will be displaced. As a result, an upthrust is acting in the upward direction on the silver block. In addition to that, the third force is the tension in the string. That is also upwards. So, in this picture, W is the downward force and this must be equal to the sum of upthrust and tension, or W minus upthrust must be equal to tension. So this is the first equation. Okay. Now what are the given quantities? Let us see now. The liquid is having a relative density of 0.72. So I will take relative density of liquid. This is equal to the density of the liquid, rho L. Rho L is the actual density of the liquid, and this is divided by rho for water. So density of the liquid divided by density of water is equal to what? Relative density of the liquid, that is 0.72. Therefore, what is the actual density of the liquid? Okay, density of the liquid is equal to rho for water multiplied by 0.72. So this is equal to rho for water is 1000 kilogram per meter cube. So I can write in this way. So 0.72 multiplied by 10 power 3 kg per meter cube. So this is the density of the liquid which I have derived from the relative density. Okay. Similarly, the relative density of silver Ag. So this is equal to rho for silver divided by rho for water. Okay. Therefore, what is the density? Therefore, density of silver alone. Silver is equal to rho for water multiplied by the relative density of silver is given as 10. Okay. So, relative density of silver is 10. So, into 10. So, this is equal to 10 into 10 to the power of 3 kg per meter cube. Okay. Now first, what is W here? W is the weight. So in this equation, W is equal to the mass of silver into G, and this is equal to volume occupied by the silver block into density of silver multiplied by G. So W is equal to M into G, that is equal to volume V into density of silver into G, and therefore upthrust, what is the expression for upthrust? Since the same volume of the liquid only is getting displaced, this must be equal to V into rho for the liquid, density of the liquid into G. Is it not? So the weight of the silver block means volume of the silver block into density of silver into G. And the upthrust displaces what? Equal volume. So the same symbol V I have taken into density of the liquid, rho liquid into G. So I am going to substitute these two in the equation 1. So I am going to rewrite equation 1. Therefore, So left hand side W is there, okay. W minus U is equal to T. So instead of W, V into rho silver into G. So V into rho silver into G minus upthrust. Minus upthrust is V into rho liquid into G. So you look here, what I have substituted, you have to verify V into rho silver into G, that is weight, minus V into rho liquid into G, okay, that is the upthrust, and that is equal to what? Tension T. Now left hand side V is a common factor, V into rho for silver minus rho of liquid into G, that is equal to T. Now from this density of silver is equal to mass of silver divided by volume, mass of silver by volume, and this is equal to what? This implies volume is equal to mass of silver divided by density of silver, okay. So now instead of this volume, I can substitute mass of silver by density of silver here. Therefore, so this is equation 2, if you say, means I am going to substitute volume V is equal to mass of silver by density of silver here for V. So now M divided by rho for silver into rho Ag minus rho liquid into G is equal to tension. Now what is given? X kilogram. The mass is X kilogram. So in place of M, we can also substitute now X and find the value of X. Otherwise you have to find the value of M directly, okay. So this M can be replaced by X. So X, this M only is replaced with the symbol X because they have given X kg instead of M. So X must be equal to this tension T multiplied by rho for silver divided by rho silver minus rho liquid into G. Now we have to substitute. So in place of M, I have substituted what? X, and this is equal to T into rho Ag. So T into rho Ag divided by these factors, rho Ag minus rho liquid into G will come down. Now what is the tension? The tension is given as 37.12. So I will write here 37.12 multiplied by density of silver we have already found. Rho for silver is 10 into 10 power 3. So this is 10 into 10 power 3 divided by rho silver minus rho liquid. So this is 10 into 10 power 3 minus 0.72 into 10 power minus 3. So this is 10 minus 0.72 into 10 power 3 into the value of G is 9.8. So X is now equal to 37.12. This 10 power 3 and 10 power 3 can be cancelled. Now the numerator 37.12 into 10 is 371.2. So this is equal to 371.2 divided by 10 minus 0.72. This is some 0.72 is less than 1. So this must be 9.28. Is it not? So this is a 9.28 multiplied by 9.8. So I am going to use the calculator to find the product. 9.28 into 9.8. So this is equal to 371.2 divided by, so 9.28 multiplied by 9.8. This product is 90.944. So 90.944 is coming. Now next I have to divide 371. So 371.2 divided by 90.904. So this is coming as a 4.081. So this is equal to 4.081. So this is nearly equal to 4. Okay. So here x kilogram they have given. Therefore, the value of x is equal to what? 4 kilogram is the answer. So the relative density of the liquid only will be given in such problems. You have to find the density. So relative density means we are comparing the density of the given substance with respect to the density of water, whether it is a solid or liquid. Okay, that is to be understood first. So in this, first you draw a schematic diagram and you have to understand that the total forces acting on the system are weight in the downward direction, upthrust and tension in the upward direction. So first equation we wrote. Then the separate expressions for W and upthrust U we have to write. And then find the density of the liquid as well as density of silver from their relative densities and substitute in the main equation. You will get the answer. I hope you must have understood well. Fine.